Hey everyone, here's a demo of the Clarksdale by Wampler, their take on a classic 808 circuit. First, let's take a look at the features of the pedal. The Clarksdale is true bypass, volume and gain, pretty self-explanatory. One of the great things about Wampler's take on this 808 circuit is the 3-band EQ. Got a lot more tonal variety there, bass, middle, and treble. And then another exclusive feature is the lift and smooth switch. When it's set to smooth, it's going to act pretty much as expected. When you set it to lift, it's going to help your guitar cut through the mix a bit better with a bit of a gain structure variance and a bit of a boost in the mid-range. All right, let's hear the pedal. I've got this PRS going into the Clarksdale and then into a Friedman BE100 on the clean channel. I'm going to give you 3 flavors. One, the gain's going to be all the way off, so all we're going to hear is the color of the pedal. Then I'll turn the gain halfway up and then all the way up. And this will be a great example for those of you using overdrive on top of a clean channel in a multi-channel amp or on top of a clean amp like a Fender Twin or something. All right, here's the clean sound of the amp by itself. Now I'll turn on the pedal with the gain all the way off. So with the pedal engaged and the gain all the way off, we're getting the classic darker tone of an 808 circuit. I am leaving the tone controls straight up at noon, kind of a neutral setting. Now let's take the gain and push it up halfway. Bring up that gain, the volume is also coming up. But what I like about this pedal is that it's letting some of the clean transients come through as well. That's really cool. All right, let's take it and crank the gain all the way up. So that's the Clarksdale over top of a clean channel, all 3 settings, really nice, butters up nicely, compresses, turns your clean channel into a nice overdrive. But like I said, we keep those clean transients, which is great because when you have a clean channel, I want to hear some of that clean characteristic coming through. Let's change the Friedman over to the dirty channel and let's do the same thing. And this is actually how I use overdrives more over top of an already overdriven amp. At that point, the overdrive is simply a color. I set it mostly at unity, which means when I step on and off the pedal, volume-wise, we're not going to hear much difference. And gain-wise, I usually set it just a bit above what my amp is giving me for just a little bit more saturation during leads. For this experiment, we're going to do the same thing, though. I'm going to take the gain knob, turn it all the way off, then halfway up, then all the way up, and we're going to hear how that sounds over top of the dirty channel of the Friedman. Here we go. All right, let's engage the Clarksdale and just hear how it sounds with the gain all the way off. So it's mostly the same, we just have a bit of that darker 808 quality added on to the amp. Let's turn the gain halfway up. Yeah, it's really nice, really smooth, a lot of nice compression. But it's still very musical. You know, there's a lot of gain, but it's not, you know, putting a lot of junk around the note. Everything is very articulate, very nice. Let's take the gain, dime it. just a ton of fun because there's so much gain and so much compression on top of an already overdriven amp. It just feels like butter. And finally, let's flip the switch from smooth to lift. And again, this is a bit of a variance in the gain structure, and it should give us a bit more of a mid-range boost to help our guitar stick out a little bit more in the mix.